Hello, everyone. Have you ever worked hard but felt like nothing was changing? Maybe you studied every day. Maybe you tried to build a new habit. Maybe you really wanted to become better. But after some time, you looked at yourself and thought, why is nothing changing? If you have ever felt this way, today's story is for you. Sometimes good things need more time than we think. And sometimes we stop just before things begin to change. You start something new. At first, you feel excited. You have energy. You make a plan. You think, this time I will do it. For a few days, everything feels good. Then 1 week passes. You look for a result, but you do not see much. Another week passes. Still, the change feels very small. Then you begin to worry. Is this working? Am I wasting my time? Maybe I am not good enough. Slowly, your excitement becomes smaller. You begin to think about stopping. Many people know this feeling. Starting is often exciting, but waiting for results can be difficult. We want to see change quickly. We want to know that our work is helping us. But many good things in life need time. Think about learning English. You study for 1 week. You learn new words. You listen to English every day, but you still do not understand everything. You think, why is my English still bad? But 1 week is a very short time. Your mind needs time to learn. You need to hear words again and again. You need to make mistakes. You need to practice. The change is happening. You may just not see it yet. Imagine putting water in the freezer. You close the door. 1 minute later, you open it. The water is still water. You wait another minute. You look again. Still water. You may think, this is not working. But the water needs more time. If you keep opening the door and taking it out, it may never become ice. Sometimes we do the same thing with our goals. We start. We wait a little. We see no big result. Then we stop. The problem may not be the goal. The problem may not be you. Maybe you simply did not give it enough time. This can happen with exercise too. You start walking every morning. After 5 days, you look in the mirror. You see no big change. You think, why am I doing this? But your body needs time. 5 days cannot show you everything. Maybe your body is already becoming stronger. Maybe walking is becoming easier. Maybe you have more energy. These changes can be hard to see at first. Do not only look for big results. Look for small signs too. Can you walk a little longer? Can you understand one more English sentence? Can you do something that was difficult last month? Small signs can tell you that you are moving. Sometimes we stop because we expect too much too soon. We think 1 month should change everything. We think 10 lessons should make us good. We think a few days of work should bring a big result. When that does not happen, we feel bad. But maybe the problem is not your progress. Maybe the problem is what you expected. Real change can be slow. This does not mean your work is useless. Slow change is still change. Think about the sun coming up in the morning. At first, the sky is dark. Then it becomes a little lighter. You may not see the exact moment when night becomes day. The change happens slowly, but the morning still comes. Your progress can be like that. Day by day, you learn a little. You grow a little. You become stronger. Then one day you look back. You see something different. You think, I can do this now. I could not do this before. The change was happening all the time. You just needed more time to see it. Maybe you are working on something now, and you feel tired. You have been trying, but you do not see the result you wanted. Before you stop, ask yourself a question. Did I really give this enough time? Be honest. Maybe you tried for 3 days. Maybe you studied for 2 weeks. Maybe you stopped every time the result was slow. This does not mean you failed. It only means you may need to continue a little longer. Of course, not every plan works. Sometimes we need to change our way. Maybe you are studying in a way that does not help you. Maybe your goal is too big. Maybe you need help. Changing your plan is okay. But changing your plan is different from giving up. You can try another way. You can make the goal smaller. You can ask someone for help. You can learn from your mistakes. Then you can continue. Do not think you only have 2 choices. You do not have to do everything the same way forever. And you do not have to stop completely. There is another choice. Learn, change, then keep going. Imagine you are trying to open a door. You push. The door does not open. You push again. Still nothing. You may think, this door will never open. But then you learn something. The door opens when you pull. You did not need to leave. You only needed to try a different way. Life can be like that too. Sometimes the answer is not to give up. The answer is to learn and try again. Maybe you feel slow. That is okay. Slow does not mean you are going the wrong way. Maybe you need more practice. Maybe you need more time. Maybe you need to make a small change. Keep learning. Do not judge your whole journey by one difficult week. One bad week cannot tell you what will happen next month. One mistake cannot tell you what you can become. One slow result cannot tell you that your work has no meaning. Give yourself time. Think about a child learning to walk. The child stands, then falls, stands again, falls again. No one says, you tried 5 times. You should stop. We know the child needs time. We know falling is part of learning. But when we are learning something new, we often forget this. We make one mistake. Then we feel bad. We move slowly. Then we think we cannot do it. Why not give yourself the same time? You are learning too. You are growing too. You may fall. You may stop. You may need to begin again. That is part of the road. Maybe today you are closer than you think. You cannot always see how close you are. You only see that you have not arrived. So you feel disappointed. But every step you took is behind you. You are not at the beginning anymore. Remember that. You may still have a long way to go, but you have already moved. Do not throw away all your work because the result is not here yet. Give your work time. Give your habit time. Give yourself time. You do not need to promise that you will never stop. Just continue today. Then come back tomorrow. Take another small step. Some days will feel good. Some days will feel slow. Keep looking for small signs of change. Keep learning from what does not work. And remember that results do not always come when you want them. Sometimes they come later. Sometimes they grow quietly. Sometimes you only see them after a long time. So if you are tired today, rest. If your plan is not working, change it. If you made a mistake, learn from it. But do not give up only because the result is slow. You may need more time. Your work may be doing more than you can see. And the change you are waiting for may already be starting. Give it time. Give yourself time. And do not give up too soon. Sometimes you want to stop because the goal still feels far away. You have been trying. You have been learning. You have been doing your best. But you are not there yet. So you think, maybe I cannot do this. But there is something you may not know. You may be closer than you think. The problem is simple. You can see where you want to go, but you cannot always see how far you have already come. Imagine walking on a long road. You have been walking for hours. You are tired. Your legs hurt. You look forward. You still cannot see the end. So you think, I should stop. But what if the end is just around the next turn? You cannot see it yet. You only see the road in front of you. If you stop now, you may never know how close you were. Life can feel like this too. You work for a long time. You do not see the results you want. Then you begin to lose hope. But change is not always easy to see. Maybe something is already happening. Maybe you are learning. Maybe you are getting stronger. Maybe your good habit is starting to grow. You may only need more time. Think about learning English. At first, every sentence feels difficult. You listen to a story. You understand very little. So you study. You listen again. You learn new words. Weeks pass. You still make mistakes. You still do not understand everything. You think, I am not getting better. But then one day you hear a sentence, and you understand it. You do not need to read it. You do not need to stop and think. You just understand. Maybe it is only one sentence, but something has changed. All those small days of practice helped you reach that moment. You did not change in one day. You changed little by little. This is why it is difficult to know how close you are. Progress can be quiet. It does not always tell you you are almost there. It does not always give you a big sign. Sometimes you just need to keep going. Imagine you are putting money into a box. Every week you put in a little. At first the box feels almost empty. After 1 month there is still not much. You may think, this is too slow. But you continue. A little money goes in each week. After 1 year, you open the box. Now there is much more than before. No one week made the big change. The change came from all the small weeks together. Your work can grow this way too. One day may not feel important. One lesson may not feel important. One small action may not feel important. But small actions can come together. After some time, they become something bigger. The difficult part is continuing when you cannot see that bigger result yet. This is where many people stop. They do not stop because they cannot do it. They stop because they think nothing is happening. They become tired of waiting. They lose hope. Maybe they were closer than they knew. Do not let one difficult day decide your whole future. Maybe today was bad. Maybe you made many mistakes. Maybe you feel like you went back. That does not mean all your work is gone. Think about a long walk again. You walk 10 steps forward. Then you take 1 step back. Are you back at the beginning? No. You are still 9 steps ahead. But sometimes, one bad day makes us forget all our good days. We say, I failed. I lost everything. I should stop. Be careful with these thoughts. One mistake is one mistake. One bad day is one bad day. It is not your whole story. Look at the bigger picture. Where were you 3 months ago? Where were you 1 year ago? What can you do now? Maybe you are closer than you feel. Feelings can change every day. Today you feel strong. Tomorrow you feel weak. Today you believe in yourself. Tomorrow you want to stop. Do not use one feeling to decide everything. Give yourself time. Wait until the difficult feeling becomes smaller. Then look at your road again. Maybe you will see things differently. Sometimes you need to stop and rest. Rest is not the same as giving up. This is important. If you are tired, take a break. Sleep. Spend time doing something you enjoy. Let your mind become quiet. Then come back. You do not need to walk every hour of every day. Even people on a long journey need rest. But after resting, remember where you were going. Take the next step. Maybe you think, but how long should I keep trying? There is no simple answer. Some goals need more time than others. But you can ask better questions. Am I learning something? Am I making small progress? Can I try a better way? Is this goal still important to me? These questions can help you. Maybe the answer is yes. Then keep going. Maybe your way is not working. Change the way. Ask for help. Learn something new. Make the steps smaller. You can change how you walk without leaving the road. Do not think continuing means doing the same thing forever. Sometimes continuing means learning a new way. Maybe you studied English with a difficult book. You did not enjoy it. You wanted to stop learning English. But maybe English was not the problem. Maybe you only needed a different way to study. You try easy stories. You listen to simple English. Now learning feels better. You did not give up on the goal. You changed the way. This can happen in many parts of life. Your first plan may not work. That is okay. Your second plan may be better. You may need to try many times. Every try can teach you something. Each lesson can move you closer. Even a mistake can become part of your progress. Maybe you are closer because of what the mistake taught you. Do not only count your successes. Count your lessons too. They are part of the road. Think about a person looking for the right key. They try one key. It does not open the door. They try another. Still nothing. After many tries, they feel tired. They think there is no right key. But one key is still left. What should they do? Try it. Maybe it will not work. But maybe it will. They cannot know if they walk away. Sometimes you need to give yourself one more chance. One more day. One more lesson. One more try. Not because success is sure. Nothing in life is sure. But because you may not know how close you are. Maybe you have already done the hardest part. Maybe starting was the hardest part. Maybe learning the first steps was the hardest part. Maybe you are stronger now than when you began. Do not forget that. You are not the same person who started. You have experience now. You know more. You have made mistakes. You have learned. All of that can help you move forward. Sometimes people stop because they only look at what is missing. I still cannot speak English well. I still have not reached my goal. I still have a long way to go. Try looking at what you have gained too. I know more words now. I am less afraid now. I have learned how to continue. I came back after I stopped. These things matter. You may not be at the end, but you are not at the beginning either. Remember that. Maybe today you feel tired of trying. Do not make a big decision now. You do not need to promise to continue forever. Just think about your next step. Can you do one more small thing? Can you give yourself one more chance? Can you continue for one more day? Sometimes that is enough. Tomorrow you can ask again. You do not need to see the whole road. You only need enough strength for the next step. then another step can come later. This is how long journeys continue. Not because people always feel strong. Not because they always know they will succeed. They simply keep taking the next step. Maybe slowly. Maybe after resting. Maybe after changing the plan. But they continue. So when you feel like giving up, remember this. You may not see the result yet. You may not know how much longer it will take. You may feel like you are still far away. But feelings do not always show you the whole road. Look behind you. See how much you have already done. Think about what you have learned. Remember the times you wanted to stop but came back. You have already moved. You have already changed. And you may be closer than you think. So rest if you need to. Change your way if you need to. Ask for help if you need to. But before you walk away, give yourself another chance. Take one more step. Then see what happens. The next turn may be closer than you know. Some days do not go well. You wake up late. You feel tired. You do not study. You do not exercise. You do not do the things you planned. At the end of the day, you feel bad. You think, I failed again? Maybe you want to stop. You think all your hard work is gone. But one bad day does not mean you failed. It only means you had a bad day. That is all. Imagine you study English every day for 2 weeks. You listen to stories. You learn new words. You practice a little every day. Then one day, you are very busy. You do not study. The next morning, you feel bad. You think, I broke my plan. Maybe I should stop. But why? You studied for 2 weeks. One day cannot remove all of that work. The words you learned are still there. The time you spent studying still matters. You did not go back to the beginning. You only missed one day. This is important to remember. Sometimes we think too much about being perfect. We want to follow our plan every day. We want to do everything right. But real life is not perfect. You will get tired. You will become busy. You will have problems. Some days will be difficult. You cannot stop every bad day from coming. But you can choose what to do after it. That choice matters. Maybe you miss one day. Come back the next day. Maybe you stop for 1 week. Come back after 1 week. Maybe you stop for 1 month. You can still return. There is no rule that says you cannot begin again. Think about a book. You read 20 pages. Then you put the book down. You do not read it for 1 week. When you return, do you need to start from page 1? No. You can open the book and continue. Your goals can work this way too. You do not always need a new beginning. Sometimes you only need to continue. Maybe you were on page 20. Go back to page 20. Take the next step. Do not make one stop bigger than it is. A stop is not always the end. Sometimes it is only a stop. But your mind may tell you something different. It may say, you always do this. You never finish anything. You cannot change. Be careful with these words. Always. Never. These words can make one bad day feel like your whole life. But one bad day is not your whole life. One mistake is not everything you are. Look at the facts. Did you really do nothing? Or did you work hard before this bad day? Did you really fail? Or did you only stop for a short time? Ask yourself simple questions. They can help you see the truth. Maybe you plan to exercise 5 times this week, but you only exercise 3 times. You feel disappointed. You say, I failed. But did you? You still exercised 3 times. That is better than zero. You still moved your body. You still did something good for yourself. Maybe your plan was 5 days, but 3 days still matter. Do not throw away 3 good days because 2 days were difficult. This happens often. We look at what we did not do. We forget what we did. We see the empty glass. We forget the water inside it. Try to see both. Yes, you missed 2 days. And yes, you exercised 3 days. Both are true. You can learn from the bad days. And you can still respect the good days. Maybe you made a mistake. Ask what happened. Were you too tired? Was your plan too difficult? Did you try to do too much? Maybe the bad day can teach you something. You do not need to feel angry with yourself. You can learn. Then make a small change. Maybe 1 hour of study was too much. Try 20 minutes. Maybe exercising every day was too difficult. Try 3 days a week. Maybe your plan did not fit your life. Make a better plan. A bad day can give you useful information. It can show you what needs to change. But you cannot learn if you only say, I failed. Look at what happened. Learn one thing. Then try again. This is how you grow. People who keep going do not have perfect lives. They also have bad days. They also stop sometimes. They also make mistakes. The difference is simple. They return. They do not let one difficult day become the end of the story. You can learn to return too. At first, this may be hard. Maybe one bad day becomes one bad week. That can happen. But you can still come back. Maybe next time you return after 3 days. Then after 1 day, slowly you get better at beginning again. This is also progress. Many people think progress only means moving forward. But learning to return is progress too. Before, you stopped and never came back. Now you stop and return. That is a change. Be proud of it. You are learning something important. You are learning that a mistake does not need to become an ending. Imagine you are driving somewhere. You take the wrong road. What do? Do you stop the car and say, the trip is over? No. You find another road. You turn around. You continue. You may lose some time, but you can still reach the place. Life is like that too. Sometimes you take a wrong road. Sometimes you lose time. Sometimes your plan does not work. Turn around. Try again. Keep going. You do not need to hate yourself for taking the wrong road. You only need to find the next one. Maybe today is your bad day. Maybe you did nothing you planned. Maybe you feel tired and disappointed. Do not make a big decision tonight. Do not say, I am giving up. Sleep. Rest. Let the day end. Tomorrow is another chance. When tomorrow comes, do not try to fix everything at once. Start small. Open your English book. Listen for 5 minutes. Take a short walk. Do one simple thing. The goal is not to have a perfect day. The goal is to return. That first small action is important. It says, I am still here. I can begin again. I did not lose everything. This can help you move forward. Maybe you are angry because you made the same mistake again. You think, why do I keep doing this? That feeling is normal. But change can take time. Sometimes you need to learn the same lesson more than once. You try. You make a mistake. You learn a little. Then you try again. Maybe you make the mistake again. But this time, you understand it better. Learning is not always fast. Be patient with yourself. You would not become angry with a child for falling while learning to walk. You know the child is learning. Give yourself some of that patience too. You are still learning. You are still changing. You will not do everything right. That is okay. The goal is not to never fall. The goal is to get up again. Think about all the times you already returned. Maybe you stopped studying English before, but you started again. Maybe you stopped exercising, but you came back. Maybe you lost hope, but you tried one more time. Those moments matter. They show you something. You can return. You have done it before. You can do it again. Sometimes a bad day can even make you stronger. It can teach you how to start again. It can teach you that you do not need to be perfect. It can teach you how to make a better plan. It can teach you to be kinder to yourself. These lessons can help you continue for a long time. So do not be too afraid of bad days. They will come. You cannot make every day good, but you can learn what to do when a bad day comes. Stop. Rest if you need to. Think about what happened. Learn something. Then return. That is enough. Maybe you wanted to study for 30 minutes. Today you only have 5. Use 5. Maybe you wanted to walk for 1 hour. Today you can only walk for 10 minutes. Walk for 10. Maybe yesterday was a complete stop. Today, take one small step. Do not wait until you feel perfect again. You can return slowly. You can begin with something small. A small return is still a return. Remember this when you feel like giving up. Your bad day did not remove your good days. Your mistake did not remove what you learned. Your stop did not send you back to the beginning. You are still on the road. Maybe you are sitting down for a moment. Maybe you are tired. Maybe you are lost. But the road is still there. When you are ready, stand up. Look forward. Find your next step. Then take it. You do not need to move fast. You do not need to fix everything today. You only need to come back. Again and again. As many times as you need. Because one bad day does not mean you failed. Giving yourself another chance can be part of success too. At first, a new goal can feel exciting. You feel full of energy. You want to begin. You want to work hard. You think about the future. You imagine how much your life can change. But after some time, that feeling becomes smaller. The goal is still there. The work is still there. But the excitement is gone. Now everything feels slow. You study English, but it feels like the same work every day. You exercise, but you do not see a big change. You save money, but the number grows very slowly. This is when many people want to stop. Not because the goal is impossible, not because they cannot do it. They stop because continuing feels boring. Every day looks the same. There is no big result. There is no exciting moment. You begin to ask, why am I still doing this? This part of the road can be difficult, but it is also very important. Starting is easy when you feel excited. Continuing is harder when the excitement is gone. Think about learning English. On the first day, you buy a new book. You find a good video. You make a plan. Everything feels new. You study for 1 hour. You feel proud. The next day, you study again. But after 2 weeks, things feel different. The book is not new anymore. The lessons feel normal. You still make mistakes. Now studying for 1 hour feels difficult. This is the moment when you need a simpler plan. You do not need to feel excited again. You only need to continue. Maybe 1 hour is too much now. Study for 20 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes feels difficult. Study for 10. Do not stop only because you cannot do as much as before. Make the action smaller. Then keep going. Sometimes we think continuing means doing a lot every day. It does not. Continuing can be very simple. You come back. You do what you can. Then you come back again. That is enough. Think about brushing your teeth. You do not need to feel excited about it. You do not wait for motivation. You simply do it. Why? Because it is part of your day. A good habit can become like that too. At first, you need to think about it. Later, it becomes more normal. You study English for 10 minutes after dinner. You take a walk every morning. You read 1 page before bed. These actions may not feel exciting, but they can still change your life. Not every good thing needs to feel exciting. Sometimes quiet work is the most important work. Imagine building a wall. You put down 1 brick, then another, then another. After 10 bricks, the wall is still small. After 20 bricks, it is still not finished. You may feel tired. You may think, this is taking too long. But every brick matters. If you keep going, the wall grows. One day, you look at it. The wall is there. It did not appear in one big moment. It grew because you kept adding 1 brick. Your goals can work this way too. 1 lesson, 1 walk, 1 page, 1 small action, then another. The result grows quietly. Maybe you cannot see it today, but that does not mean your work is useless. The slow days matter too. In fact, the slow days may teach you more than the exciting days. On exciting days, action is easy. You want to do it. You feel good, but on slow days, you learn how to continue without that feeling. You learn how to depend less on motivation. This can make you stronger. Maybe you wake up and think, I do not want to study today. You do not need to fight with yourself for 1 hour. Say, I will do 5 minutes. Open the book. Listen to 1 short story. Learn 1 word. Then stop if you need to. You still came back. That matters. Maybe tomorrow feels better. Maybe it does not. Come back again. The goal is not to win every day. The goal is to stay on the road. Some days you will take big steps. Some days your steps will be very small. Both kinds of days can move you forward. Do not only respect your big days. Respect the small days too. Maybe no one sees them. No one sees you studying when you are tired. No one sees you choosing to try again. No one sees the 5 minutes you gave to your goal. But those quiet moments matter. They show that you are learning to continue. This is something many people forget. They only look at big results. They see someone speaking English well. They do not see the hundreds of normal days before that. They see someone who is healthy. They do not see all the short walks and simple meals. They see the result. They do not see the quiet work. Your quiet work matters too. Keep doing it. Maybe you feel like nothing is changing. Try not to check your result every day. If you plant a seed, you do not pull it out of the ground every morning. You do not ask, are you growing? You give it water. You give it light. Then you wait. If you keep pulling it out to check, you may hurt it. Sometimes we do this with our goals. We work for 1 day. Then we check. Did I change? We work for another day. Then we check again. Am I better now? This can make us tired. Instead, focus on the work. Study today. Walk today. Practice today. Give the result time. You do not need to check every hour. Maybe the change is happening under the ground. Maybe you simply cannot see it yet. Keep giving it what it needs. There will also be times when you feel tired of the same plan. That is okay. You can make small changes. Study in a different place. Try a new English story. Take a different road when you walk. Change the time of day. A small change can make things feel fresh again. You do not need to leave the goal. You can change how you work toward it. This can help you continue. Maybe you need a short break too. Take one. Rest can be useful, but decide when you will return. Say, today I will rest. Tomorrow I will come back. Then come back. This is different from stopping without a plan. A short rest can give you energy. Endless waiting can make returning harder. Know the difference. Listen to yourself. But do not let every tired feeling become the end. Feelings change. A difficult morning can become a better afternoon. A bad week can be followed by a good week. Give yourself time to feel different. Do not make a final choice because of one tired moment. Maybe you think, I am moving too slowly. But slow compared to what? Compared to another person? Compared to the plan you made when you were excited? Maybe your real speed is different. That is okay. Find a speed you can keep. A person who runs very fast for 1 minute may stop. A person who walks slowly for 1 hour can go much farther. You do not need the fastest speed. You need a speed that helps you continue. This is true for learning. It is true for exercise. It is true for saving money. It is true for many goals. Find your speed, then trust it. Maybe it feels slow. Keep going. Maybe other people move faster. Let them. You are building your own habit. You are walking your own road. The important thing is that you are still moving. Think about all the things you already learned slowly. You did not learn to read in 1 day. You did not learn everything about life in 1 year. Many important things took time, but you learned them. You grew. You changed. This goal may need time too. Give it that time. When the work feels boring, remember why you started. Maybe you wanted to understand English. Maybe you wanted to feel healthier. Maybe you wanted to change your life in a small way. Return to that reason. You do not need to feel excited. Just remember why the goal matters to you. Then take the next small step. Some parts of life are not exciting. Some parts are quiet. Some parts feel very slow. But slow days are still part of the road. Do not throw them away. Do not think every day needs to feel special. A normal day can still help you grow. A boring day can still move you forward. A small action can still matter. So when the excitement is gone, do not worry. You do not need it every day. When the result feels slow, do not stop too quickly. Give your work more time. When the goal feels far away, look only at your next step. Then take it. Come back tomorrow. Take another. Keep doing what you can. Keep learning. Keep changing your plan when you need to. And keep moving at a speed you can continue. You do not need every day to feel exciting. You do not need every step to be big. You only need to keep going, especially when it feels slow. Maybe you are tired of waiting. You have been trying for a long time. You thought things would change faster. You thought you would be better by now. But you are still learning. You are still making mistakes. You are still far from your goal. So you begin to think, maybe I should stop. Before you do, remember one thing. Give yourself more time. You may not need a new goal. You may not need a better plan. You may not need to work harder. Maybe you simply need more time. We often ask too much from ourselves. We start learning something new. Then we want to be good at it quickly. We exercise for 1 month. Then we want to see a big change. We save money for a short time. Then we feel bad because we do not have enough. We forget that good things can take time. Think about learning English. Maybe you have studied for 6 months. You still do not understand every word. You still make mistakes when you speak. You think, 6 months is a long time. But learning a language can take years. You are not slow. You are learning. There is a difference. Maybe you understand more than before. Maybe you know more words. Maybe English does not feel as strange as it once did. These are signs of change. Do not ignore them because you are not perfect yet. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to keep learning. Sometimes we are kinder to other people than we are to ourselves. Your friends start something new. They make mistakes. You say, it is okay. You need more time. Keep trying. But when you make a mistake, what do you say? I am bad at this. I will never get better. I should stop. Why do you speak to yourself this way? You are learning too. You need time too. Give yourself the same kindness you give to someone you care about. Say, I am still learning. Say, I can try again. Say, I do not need to know everything today. These simple words can help you continue. Maybe you think you are late. You look at your age. You look at other people. You think, I should have started earlier. Maybe that is true. Maybe starting earlier would have helped. But you cannot go back. You only have today. Do not use the past as another reason to stop. You can still begin now. You can still continue now. You can still learn. A late start is still a start. Slow progress is still progress. And a long road can still take you somewhere good. Do not make time your enemy. Let time help you. One day may not change much. 1 week may not change much. But many small days can become something big. You only need to stay long enough to see it. Imagine learning one new English word every day. One word does not feel like much. After 1 week, you know 7 new words. After 1 month, you know more. After 1 year, those small days have added up. You did not need one big day. You needed time. This is true for many things. Small work needs time to grow. Small habits need time to become strong. Small changes need time to become easy to see. Do not stop the process too early. Maybe today you cannot see much progress. That is okay. You do not need to see change every day. Some days are for learning. Some days are for practice. Some days are for rest. Some days feel like nothing happened. But all these days can be part of your road. A quiet day is not always a useless day. Maybe your mind needed time to learn. Maybe your body needed time to rest. Maybe you needed one normal day before trying again. Not every day needs to be great. You only need to keep returning. There will be times when you lose hope. You will ask, how much longer? You may not have an answer. That can be difficult. We like to know when things will change. We want a date. We want a clear answer. But life does not always give us one. Sometimes you have to keep going without knowing. You study without knowing when English will become easier. You work without knowing when the result will come. You try without knowing if the next step will work. This can feel scary. But you do not need to know everything. You only need to decide what to do today. Can you take one small step? Then take it. Tomorrow, ask again. This makes a long road easier. Do not carry the whole future today. It is too heavy. Carry this day. Do what you can. Then let tomorrow come tomorrow. Maybe you have been working very hard. You feel tired. Giving yourself more time does not mean pushing yourself harder. Sometimes it means slowing down. Sometimes it means resting. Sometimes it means making your goal smaller. You can continue without hurting yourself. You can move slowly. You can take breaks. You can change your plan. The important thing is not to leave only because you feel tired today. Rest first. Then think again. A tired mind can make everything look impossible. After rest, the same road may look different. Maybe you need help too. You do not need to do everything alone. Ask a question. Talk to someone. Find a teacher. Learn from another person. Getting help does not mean you are weak. It can help you continue. Sometimes one good idea can make the road easier. Give yourself time to find that idea. Give yourself time to learn a better way. You do not need to have every answer now. Think about how many things in your life took time. There were things you once could not do. Now they feel normal. There were things you once did not understand. Now they feel easy. You may not remember every day of learning, but you learned. You changed. This new goal may be the same. Today it feels hard. One day it may feel normal. But you need to stay on the road long enough to reach that day. Do not stop because you are not there yet. Not there yet does not mean never. Remember those words. Not yet. Maybe you cannot speak English well yet. Maybe you have not reached your goal yet. Maybe you do not feel strong yet. Yet means the story is not finished. There is still time. There are still more steps. There are still more chances. Do not turn not yet into never. They are very different. Never closes the door. Not yet leaves it open. Keep the door open. Give yourself another day, another week, another chance to learn. Maybe you will need much more time than you wanted. That is okay. There is no prize for changing faster than everyone else. There is no rule that says your road must be short. Your road is your road. Take the time you need. You may see other people reaching their goals. Be happy for them. Learn from them if you can. But do not use their success to decide when you should stop. You do not know their whole story. Stay with your own life. Look at your own steps. Maybe they are small. They still matter. Maybe you stopped many times. You came back. That matters too. Maybe the road has been difficult. You are still here. Do not forget that. You have already done more than you sometimes remember. Think about the first day. Think about what you knew then. Think about what you can do now. Maybe the change is not as big as you wanted. But is there some change? If there is, respect it. Let it remind you that more change is possible. You do not need to know how far you can go. Just keep giving yourself the chance to find out. This is why you should not give up too soon. You do not know what another month can bring. You do not know what another year can teach you. You do not know how one more try can change your direction. Maybe the result will take longer. Maybe you will need a new way. Maybe you will make more mistakes. That is part of learning. Keep listening. Keep changing. Keep trying. And when you become tired, rest. Then come back. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to need help. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to take more time. Do not ask yourself to become a new person overnight. Real change does not need to happen that way. One day, one lesson, one step, then another. That is enough. Maybe you are thinking about giving up on something today. Before you stop, ask yourself one question. Do I really need to give up? Or do I need more time? Maybe you need to rest. Maybe you need a smaller step. Maybe you need another way. Maybe you need someone to help you. Find what you need. Then give yourself another chance. You have already come this far. You do not need to run. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to know when the result will come. Just keep your next step small. Take it when you can. Then take another. Some changes happen quickly. Others need a long time. Both are okay. Your life does not need to move fast to move forward. So be patient with your road. Be patient with your mistakes. Be patient with the person you are becoming. You are still learning. You are still growing. Your story is still moving. Do not close the book too soon. There may be more waiting for you on the next page. Give your goal more time. Give your work more time. And most of all, give yourself more time. You may be closer than you think. You may be growing in ways you cannot see. So rest when you need to. Learn when you make a mistake. Change your way when something does not work. Then keep going. Your story is not finished yet. Do not give up too soon. Thank you for spending this time with English Owl. Keep learning, keep trying, and give yourself the time you need. See you in the next story.